Hello everybody, welcome to Dakman Productions and welcome to the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania here in Strasburg, Pennsylvania. So I am here today for the model railroading days at the museum. They're hosting this model railroading days, and also I was invited out here by the DC area independent high railers. Wish to shout out to them and thank them for the opportunity to come and run out here with them at the club today. So yes, Dakman Productions will be running Conrail locomotives here with the at the DC Independent High Railers Club layout, and there is a Conrail GP30 here as well. So I have already taken videos and video tours of this place before, so I'll probably concentrate this video on maybe a little bit of what's here and then mostly on the clubs that are running trains today. So let's get started. So here we are, Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania. And for those who don't know, the Strasburg Railroad is right across the street from the museum. And right down the street this way, not even a quarter mile, is the TCA Museum right behind the Caboose Motel. Okay, here is the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania Museum right here. You can see the displays that are outside, and we'll walk the yard a little bit and let you guys see what is here. Okay, we have a little bit of time to burn. So let's take a look at the yard area. It has been like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years since I've been out here to this museum. I have done tours. And again, there's Strasburg Railroad getting ready for the day right across the street. So it's like a 2-for-1. And going this way, quarter mile on the left, is the choo-choo barn that they must visit. So just in this small area here, the Lancaster area of Pennsylvania, there's a lot of things and places to visit train related. If you love trains, this is the place for you. You could spend a week here just looking at different things and going to different places. Wow. Seems like they changed a lot of things going on. Huh. Yeah, the yard's definitely changed since I've been here. Oh, yeah. I was hoping, let me get a close-up here. Now that crane back there and the crane tender, that crane was originally, when it was here, it was in the Conrail paint scheme. I'm hoping they put the Conrail name back on it, but when I last took a picture of it, I think it was like 2009, it was still in its Conrail paint scheme. Ah, yes. Just the locomotive I came to see today. So this is a Conrail GP30 at the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania. Gotta love it. Number 2233. Nice to see a Conrail locomotive in a museum. It's a fully functioning locomotive. I believe the only thing that's wrong with it is it won't go in reverse. Something's wrong with the reversing unit. So here I am my Conrail hat. Conrail locomotive. What could be better? So, there you go. Conrail all the way. Alright, so here we have Conrail GP30 number 2233. It's a second generation diesel locomotive. And it was one of the last locomotives painted Conrail blue at the Juanita shop, St. Altoona, Pennsylvania. Built in 1963, retired in 1984. And it is a EMD locomotive with a 2-stroke engine. So I'm looking over the locomotive equipment in the museum, and they forgot to patch this Pennsylvania locomotive over to Conrail, so we're going to have to take care of that. Get with the director and let him know that, hey, you know, Conrail took over Pennsylvania, Penn Central, and Reading, so we got to get some patches on this thing. So we're back. The director grabbed some magnetic signs that are Conrail patched decals. We're going to put them on the Pennsylvania locomotive. Okay, so we are on the bridge in the museum. Figured I jump on the bridge so you guys can get an overview of what's here. Hopefully attract people to the museum. Once again, the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania. And we're overlooking just one side of it. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, here's the other side of the museum. We can overlook all the model railroads operating today. Today is Model Railroading Day. Pretty cool event, if you ask me. There's my Conrail locomotive right there. I think that'd be pretty cool if Lionel actually did that in O-gauge. So if you ever visit the Strasburg area, you got a lot of points of interest for Trainz. Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania, across the street is Strasburg. Down one end of the street, you got the Choo Choo Barn featuring O-gauge train layout. Other end of the street, you have the TCA Museum featuring a ton of model trains. So there's a lot to do in the area. Okay, we are starting off the day at the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania Model Railroading Days with the DC area independent high railers, and they did a pretty nice job setting up the layout. We're behind the scenes before the public is coming in, so that's why you don't see any trains running yet. They did a nice job setting all this up. And if the DC Independent or the DC Area Independent High Railers name sounds familiar, it should. I've done videos on their club layout in Timonium. They usually attend Timonium, which is the Great Scale Train Show, Timonium, Maryland. So they're here today. Strasbourg, and you can see we're inside the museum. And they are next to the Shay, which is over here. And then here you have a climax. So the museum is also full of wonderful antique railroad equipment, from steam locomotives to freight cars to old diesels, GG1 locomotives, so forth and so on. Alright, so we're getting ready to start the day of the model railroading days here at the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania. Kicking it off with two Conrail SD45s, which are the special custom run Brady's Trainz outlet locomotives. And so once again, appreciate the DC area independent high railers allowing me to run with them today, Saturday, for this great event.
I changed whenever I got back from the West Coast there. Because we had like 6,000 miles, the first 6,000 miles. And I was like, I'm changing this. I was getting a little metal in there and the stuff breaking in.
Dispatcher, train is inbound. Am I clear? Over.
Well, if you're going around Conrail locomotives, you gotta have the caboose go with it.
Yeah, well, your legs go faster than mine.
How's the track look? Am I clear? Over.
Stick my little Ricardo on it. That's the way I am most of the time, yeah. Oh, I hate
Don't touch it. Just look. Hello. Don't touch it. Just look.
My feet are wearing glasses.
Yes.
Whoa, that means stop. You need the glass
Do you see it?
car.
Careful. I know what did you say when you bumped somebody? Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Wait. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Okay.
That's how you.
Come. Look, your train is coming. Watch out. Let me show you something. Be careful. Remember, you can touch.
And she can ride. Now, the people are working now.
when you get a power.
Yeah, whichever direction you're going to go in.
Or somebody.
That should. Yeah.
says tree sweep. Where's the tree sweep? There it is. See it? Oh, the train is early. I think you have a YouTube channel, don't you?
Yes.
What is it?
Dakman Productions.
I'm sorry.
Dakman Productions. So is this where Penn Central takes over Pennsylvania Railroad?
That's his. I'm figuring that's probably your favorite locomotive of the show right there.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I had to say it.
Yeah, pretty sure Conrail built up Penn Central. They're the first one that I've seen that actually double head in GG1s, because they really did do that.
They didn't?
They did.
Oh, I was going to say they did. I've seen them already.
Yeah, no, I know they did.
Yeah, they did.
But in O gauge, I only see guys running one at a time.
Yeah.
So this is the first time in O gauge I'm seeing somebody actually double head GG1s, because it really did happen.
Yes, sure did. I've seen it more with Penn Central than anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that because he kept breaking down?
No,
I was a Penn Central joke.
No. The black ones, the black beauties.
Yeah.
I've seen them double head those a lot. Especially hauling freight.
I like taking a shot at Penn Central when I can. But don't worry, I got some Penn Central at home too.
There is elevator access in the line to get up there. Outside of here? Hold on, catch what you're saying too.
everybody, Dakman here, back at the Dakman Studios / Conrail Rail, O-gauge high rail layout. Had a lot of fun at the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania during model railroading days. Yeah, I'm a little tired. And so, yeah, I got up at 5 o'clock and to get there in in a reasonable amount of time, so I get a parking spot. I was there until 4, getting him at 6. Still got video editing to do yet, but at any rate, first things first, want to have a huge shout out to the DC area independent high railers for their invitation for me to run with them during the train show or model railroading days at the museum. Appreciate that invitation very much. Enjoyed running my Conrail SD45 locomotives on their layout. It seems like my Lionel Conrail SD45s are getting a workout and being in the show circuit. Raritan Valley High Railers, they've had a special appearance there 3 times now, and now 1 time on the DC area independent high railers. So I guess you could say my Lionel Legacy Conrail SD45 locomotives are now my show circuit locomotives, and only because they got Bluetooth, and Bluetooth makes it easy. I can take my locomotives to the show without no remotes, put them on the track, apply power, open up my app, and I'm going. Because I don't want to take my Legacy 990 remote anywhere and risk any damage, because I don't want to pay $1,000 to replace it. Not when I only spent $300 to get it to begin with. Brand new. But yeah, it was fun running with the DC area independent high railers. Those guys are a blast. If the name sounds familiar to you, they are normally at the Great Scale Train Show in Timonium, Maryland. That's another good show to hit and look at. And it's a huge, pretty good sized show. There's a lot of layouts there, especially if you like HO. If you're an HO person, check out that show. There's a ton of HO layouts there. So also I ran into 2 other YouTube channels. Nick from Nick's Crossing, and he was running with the Lower Susquehanna Railroad Club, and which is an O-gauge club, and Dave from D.A. Griffin was also there shooting video on location. So make sure you support and check out their channels. They're Dave and Nick's Crossing are both O-gaugers. They do a pretty nice job, and talked with them, had some fun with them as well. So it's been a great day overall. And bonus points, I got to see the Conrail GP30 again. I've been to this museum in the past at least 3 or 4 times before. It's been a while since I've been back, a long time actually. And I think it's been at least since 2018 since I've been there the last time. Getting back to my Conrail SD45s, in case you guys are wondering, those are a special custom run from Brady's Trainz. The lead locomotive is a Legacy unit, and the other locomotive behind it is a Super Base. I laugh because Lionel calls it a Super Bass. Okay, it's not a fish. It's base. But at any rate, so it's a wonderful set. It's very limited edition, and it's custom run to Brady's Trainz only. He may have a couple sets left. So if you're a Conrail person, I would highly recommend buying the set. Now he's only going to sell the set. He's not going to separate it. And I believe the last time I looked, the pricing was right around $950. But at any rate, call him up before it's too late, because Lionel is not going to rerun those again. I'm pretty sure about that. I would almost bet on it. And they're a great, gorgeous looking set. And the people, the public, enjoy watching those locomotives when I run them. And speaking of the public, I would like to thank the public who watch my videos and stop by and said hello. They watch my videos, and I thank you and appreciate that very much. And one person was like, yeah, you're a person on my living room TV. And it's like, yeah, I guess I'm not the only one that watches YouTube videos on TV, which you can do. For those who are not familiar, you don't have to watch it on your phone or your laptop or iPad. You can actually watch it on TV by streaming it, and you don't even need a smart TV to do it with. You can use a streaming device such as Roku, as long as your TV is new enough to have an HDMI port. You take your Roku stick, you plug it in to the HDMI port of the TV, go to the App Store, download the YouTube app for free, and then type in Dakman Productions in your search, and you're set. So, and no, Roku is not paying me for this, in case you're wondering. Because the last time I mentioned Roku, somebody thought that they were endorsing me. I wish. No major corporation like that has discovered me yet, so let's leave that there. And lastly, I'm sure you guys are wondering, Dakman, the pictures that you posted of the Pennsylvania Railroad electric locomotive having those CR decals over top of the Keystone emblems, was that picture for real or was it photoshopped? And so if you waited long enough to the end of this video, I will let you know. So that photo is for real. The Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania really did come up with magnetic stickers or magnetic decals that had the CR or Conrail patch. They made a Conrail patch and put them over the Pennsylvania Keystone emblems on that locomotive. However, they did not do it for this show, so it's sort of like fake news, but the photos are real. So that really happened in 2009 during the Conrail days at the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania, and they literally took and made up these magnetic signs with basically these magnetic signs, CR patches to put on the locomotives, and it was pretty cool to see. I think they only had that Conrail days maybe once or twice, and that was it, sadly. So hopefully that'll make a return one day. And hoping that they get the Conrail logos back on that black crane. So, but at any rate, I enjoyed the day there, and I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.